Welcome back. Oh, you know what, man? I should have done this a minute ago. Yo, yo, yo! What's up, everybody? Trinity here. Welcome back to Second Straight. I hope you're all having a very good day. Is this thing still going? All right, there we go. There we go. Let's check. All right, all right. There we go. What's up, everybody? Trinity here. Welcome back to Second Street. I hope you're all having a very good day today. Just got home from the hospital. Wanted to check in with you all, let you all know that hey, look, here I am. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Look. Yeah, most of y'all probably don't even know. I don't really talk a whole lot about my. I don't know. I guess I don't really talk a whole lot about my personal life and shit here on the channel. But you can't bring me down, damn it. um, in case you guys don't know, yesterday morning on Wednesday morning, New Comic Book Day, I was out. I was out bike riding. I was out for my morning ride, getting ready to go for a little bike ride. Come home, get my kids ready for school, and then do the live stream. The Wednesday live stream. It would have been talking about what if episode 5. Wasn't it 5 or was it 6? I can't remember. But yeah, I was out riding, and I don't know, I was probably about a good 5-6 miles from home, and I was riding, and a car uh, hit me from behind. Just hit me. Just you know, I was riding, and the car just slammed into me. And the thing is, I crashed a few years ago. Upon my own volition, I guess you could say. I mean, there was a lot of other elements to it, but I was out. I was out riding, and yeah. So I got hit by the car, and I flew onto their hood, and then they hit the brakes or whatever, and kind of just fell off the car, and I didn't lose consciousness or anything. I was awake through it all. I seen it all happen, heard it all happen. I know I've certainly talked about this on live streams before, but if you've ever been in a car wreck, you know how bad car wrecks are, right? Well, I've been to especially if you watch the Tour de France, you watch uh races or anything like that. Especially if you go to any local races where you live at, like local kids, guys, and everything out there doing out riding. Um, when they're out there racing, one of the if you've ever been there and seen a crash, there's I don't care what anybody says, there's no worse sound than hearing carbon bodies and concrete slamming together. So, and I was awake through it all. I've been both times I crashed, I was awake through it. One time I kind of crashed, I don't know, it's probably been 6 or 7 years ago. I was out riding, and I'm not sure what happened, and I basically just did a front flip over my wheel. And that time nothing happened. I got up off my bike. I mean, I smashed my helmet, and I did lose consciousness that time. And I got up. My wife was giving the kids a bath at the house that time, but I got up, strapped my busted ass helmet back on, and rode home. And I rode home with a mild concussion. And yeah, then a few years ago, actually, when I got back into reading comic books, I was out riding. You know what? And I was super fit too. I just I was motivated by my grandmother. Um, so I was out riding that time with my friends, and we were out doing a ride. I was super fit, like I said. I had visited my grandma months before in January on her birthday, and I remember seeing pictures. I was like, oh man, I look like a fat piece of shit. And which I was actually the weight that I weigh right now, to be honest with you. And I was like, okay, and that's when I knew I needed to diet and everything. And I was getting ready. I was gearing up for the summer riding season anyway. And I did a week long fast, and then I did keto. Started doing that. Got really slim. Was riding really good. And then I was out riding with a friend one day. Some friends, me and one of my other friends, we branched off from the ride. We were close to home. We wanted to get a little bit extra climbing in, couple extra miles. So we then took a different route to come home. Well, the route we took, we're going and coming through. There was some switchbacks and everything through these canyon roads, and one of them's pretty tight. It's kind of funny because I always knew, like, I always kind of figured, like, if I was gonna crash in a curve or something like that, like, it was gonna be on this mountain, and it wasn't something like I held in my head or anything like I made happen. But I always figured, like, it's somewhat dangerous enough. But this day it was windy out. There was sand on the ground, come flying out of a corner. My front wheel washed out from under me, and I broke my clavicle. I fractured my clavicle, my scapula, and a few ribs. And that was a few years ago. That was a few years ago. And my friend, he crashed too. And that's what I felt the worst about, was I made my friend crash too. But so he went ahead and he rode on in, I don't know, like another mile or two down into Green Valley, and he called my wife. My wife was at Six Flags with the kids, which not too far away. Like, I was kind of in the middle, in the midpoint between all of them. And so she came and picked me up, got my bike, took me to the hospital and everything. I think that time, I think even that time, the bike wasn't damaged. It was me. And but while he was going down, like, I got up, got all my shit together, and started walking down the hill, down into town. And then yesterday, like I said, I was out for my morning ride, headed home, and I wasn't far from home. Car just completely rear-ended me, and I heard it all too. And I'm telling you, sometimes I feel like I wish I would have passed out, because, like I said, man, there's nothing worse than hearing carbon, body, and concrete. I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of car crashes, heard a lot of car crashes. I think bodies, carbon, and concrete is way worse. Is way worse. And so yeah, yesterday I got hit by this car, and it's funny too because I was getting hit, and I could hear that. I could hear the cracking and everything hitting the car. I remember as soon as I like hit the hood of the car too, I was like, ah, fuck. And then and then I finally hit the ground. I was like, oh, fuck. And I knew it wasn't life threatening, but like, believe it, like, my life didn't even flash before my eyes, man. Um, my life didn't flash before my eyes. But like, I remember just laying there like, oh fuck, and I was kind of squirming. Just got hit, the adrenaline's rushing, just everything kind of going on, and I was sitting there kind of squirming around. The lady stopped, luckily she was insured, and a couple other people pulled up. They called the cops. The ambulance came, paramedics and everything. They took care of me. But while I was laying there, I was sitting there trying to move around, just wiggling my legs, wiggling my arms, wiggling, fingers, toes, just kind of checking everything, make sure I was okay. Right. So I was laying there and just waiting for the ambulance to get there. Rolled over as soon as I could, and and got on my phone, and I took pictures of the lady's car, because I'm like, man, I don't want this, I don't want this bitch to be driving off, man. Like, this is the Antelope Valley, people do that shit. And like I said, I was thankful that she was insured too. But so I got that, and then I rolled over, and I was just laying there on my back, just kind of assessing everything. I didn't really want to move neither. Like, I wanted to move, but I knew I couldn't move much. And so I just laid there, waited for the ambulance and everything. It took me to the hospital. It was a whole ordeal. And yeah, I got into the hospital, found out that I've got a fractured, what is it? Fractured lumbar spine at the L1 and L3. And there's also some discs that are, I guess they were kind of maybe smashed a little bit. They were just get from the impact and the trauma of something like that. But I was there at the hospital. They took me to the ER, and then they got me into had to go take the MRI and thing. And let me tell you, taking an MRI sucks. I got stuck in this little fucking tube for like a half hour, and that shit was hot. And I hadn't had anything to drink since my ride, or while I was out riding and everything. And like I'm dehydrated as shit. I asked the guy after the first scan, which was only about 5 to 10 minutes. I was like, hey man, you got any water? He's like, man, all we got is tap water. They don't give us water down here. If you want that, I'm like, it's gonna have to do, man. It's gonna have to do. So he got me some water, and then went back in, did the MRI, and that lasted a good half hour. So man, that shit was hot. I was sweating. We're back. Sorry about that. Man, I swear didn't I shut that shit off? What the hell's that shit coming up for? That shit shouldn't be coming up. It shouldn't be. But yeah, so then got everything taken care of. Then I spent the night in the hospital. Thought I was gonna be spending a couple of days. Believe me, and it was pretty miserable too, because in the ER, like they're busy. They're trying to take care of everybody, and the way things are right now, you can't have visitors. Couldn't have visitors unless they had been vaccinated or had a negative test within the past few days. So, so I was laying there in the ER for half the day yesterday, and that was just miserable. And then they finally got me a room upstairs, so they set me up there. And then again, of course, like I said, you don't get visitors. And I want to say something with everything going on right now with the COVID and the Rona and all that bullshit. Like, I think it's fucking ridiculous. Like, look where we are, but you can't even have visitors. And considering everything going else on, like, I was sitting there kind of like, man, I can't even see my wife, my kids. Like, kind of sucks we FaceTime and shit, but I'm like, you know what? I could easily see how somebody, because like me, I'm mentally stable. My mental health is all good. But I was sitting there thinking, like, I could easily see how somebody who isn't as mentally stable, who is prone to depression or just any other thing out there, I could easily see how somebody could get there in that state at that hospital because you're isolated. All you got is you and the nurse. I'm like, that would truly suck. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that, well, like I said, I'm mentally stable, I guess, and I was able to handle that. You know what I mean? Because it really kind of sucked. Just getting bored and everything. Um, Luckily, I was just sitting there miserable. I didn't take pain meds until 10 o'clock last night. I just don't do it. I'm telling you, like, you see, and that's what I say. Y'all don't even know. You see all these people online and shit talking about being a tough son of a bitch, being alphas and all this bullshit. I'm like, bro, y'all are fucking pussies, okay? And then getting hit by this car and everything, walking away from it virtually unscathed. Okay, my back is broke. I'm all broke back mountain and shit, but I'm kind of like, man, I'm a motherfucking Terminator, man. And if I keep this up, maybe I'll have enough plates in me to be like the Terminator too. Maybe the Wolverine. I don't know. But it's funny because I see all this shit all the time. I'm like, man, y'all probably just some bitch ass motherfuckers anyway. Anyway, in case you guys can't tell, I'm doing just fine. I did definitely want to say sorry I wasn't able to make the what if review yesterday. And I also wanted to say huge, huge thank you to every single one of you who seen my Instagram, my tweets, even the Discord and all that shit and reached out and all the well wishes and all that shit. I truly, truly do appreciate it. Like, a motherfucker might be tough as nails, but that don't mean that it doesn't make a person feel good to know that there's other people out there and not even worried, but concerned and wanting to send their well wishes and shit. And I guess that's kind of the thing. I was talking to Nikki last night, and even one of the things she said is like it's great when you become like part of like kind of these online communities. Like whether it's you're one of the Myrtle Maniacs, one of the Nerdvengers, maybe you're part of the Phantom Menace. No matter what it is, like there's communities of people out there, and no matter what anybody ever says about any of these people, just due to online discourse and what movie they do or don't like, like there's a bunch of great people out there. Y'all some great people, and like I said, hearing from you all, seeing you guys' smart ass remarks and everything, I need that shit. I need that shit. Because I mean, you guys know that's kind of how I am. I'm a smart ass. I can't help it. It's just who I am. It's just who I am. And it's great. I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for my wife, my kids, and everything. My kids, they were on the phone. They were concerned, like, "Oh, you okay?" Which yesterday after I crashed, actually, I was calling. That was the first thing I did was I was calling my wife, like, "Hey, like, you need to get the kids ready for school, and then if you can you come pick me up?" And but thankful to have so many great people out there that, like I said, they don't even have to necessarily be friends, but are concerned. You know what I mean? And I feel fortunate because, like I said, a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people, like they're loners and all that kind of stuff. And you know what? I deal with enough of those people as well, like on Twitter and stuff. Like there was one guy is like talking all this shit all the time, like bro, like I get it, like you're a loner, but it's okay. It's okay to let people in, be friendly. people want to be your friends, and chances are your friends aren't always going to have the same thoughts and think the same as you or anything like that. So why you just get on Twitter and start fighting with fucking weirdos over nothing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes me feel like this person isn't really thankful for jack shit. You know what I mean? And anyway, it's been really good hearing from you all, seeing all your smart ass comments and everything like that. I greatly appreciate it. I'm here at home now. Just got discharged. Just got home about a half hour ago. My wife went to Kaiser, drop off the prescriptions. Gonna get some pills in a little while, pain meds. I'm not sure if I'll need them. I guess we'll see, because like the last pain meds they gave me this morning, because even this morning, after like I took, like I said, pain meds at 10 o'clock last night. They gave me like, I want to say it was 5 milligrams of oxycodone, I think. And then an hour later, I was like, oh, that should do it. An hour later, I was still fucking hurting. So they came in and they gave me something else through the IV. And that was good. Helped me sleep through the night like a baby. And then I woke up this morning about 5:30 or so. And I was like, the pain woke me up. So I told them, and they went ahead and gave me some more. And then I don't know. I want to say it was, I don't know. It might have been about 10 o'clock this morning or so. It was coming back. I'm like, damn, like this is like, it's worse now than it was yesterday. Like, yeah, I was able to bear the pain yesterday, which is likely so. I mean, your body's finally healed and everything. So I went ahead and finally took some drugs this morning too. And this much later, that was 10 o'clock this morning, and now I don't even know what time it is. It's definitely 1 something. And I'm still actually feeling pretty good. Without any of the pain meds. But she's going to go get them just in case, because I probably will need them to get to sleep tonight. But other than that, kind of on bed rest for however long, probably a good couple of weeks, bed rest. And I can get up and move and do all that shit. They just said, do stuff in increments, a half hour, just nothing too hard, So yeah, that's it as far as that's concerned. Other than that, got to do some follow-ups with appointments and stuff like that, neurosurgeon and just different things like that. But again, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for your concern and all your guys' great comments. Let's get here into the live chats, see what everybody is saying. I see we've got some great people here. But I want to say thank you so much to Felicity Poobell for the $10 super chat. It says, happy you're home, Trinity. As someone who is as healthy as yourself, you don't want to stay at the hospital any longer than you should, because you just get sick. Take care. Yeah, absolutely. And that was kind of the thing too, like, because they gave it, obviously they gave me a COVID test and everything while I was there, the little swabbing thing. And no, they didn't ram it up my nose. They did that, and then there was, there's other people there, and you hear them coughing and going all crazy and sick and shit. I'm like, man, some sick motherfucker. Like, and that's the thing, like, people so worried about COVID. I'm like, I don't even fucking worried about COVID. I'm worried about dirty motherfuckers where I live at. But thank you so much for the $10 super chat, Felicity. I greatly appreciate that. JR, I'm guessing, is this you, Romeo, with a 99-cent super chat? Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Let's see who else is here. We got my man Perry Comics. Says, how you doing, bro? I'm doing okay. I'm doing fairly okay. It's hard to get up and walk around, just because like my left heel is tender, and then on my right thigh, like on my right, like right on the side too, man. There's like a knot or something too, so like it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to walk, but yeah, doing okay though, relatively. Jedi Jen, thank you so much for being here. For Cusquela Lopez, thank you so much for being here. Yeah. Oh, Jared says, time for a trek. Specialized sucks. Nope. Although I will say that one of the local comic book shop, one of the local bike shops does have, what is it? Trek Madone. Is it the Madone? That's the one basically like mine was, because I had a Specialized Venge. I think it's the Madone, the one that's basically their Aero speed machine. They've got one there. They've had it for a little over a year. It's got my fucking name written on it. But that might be, I might get it. Who knows? Johnny on the spot, thank you so much for being here. Says, damn dude, glad you're okay. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, it was shitty and it sucks. I mean, the thing that sucks the most for me, aside from the obvious time to rehab, is the fucking medical bills. But considering I got hit, it wasn't, like, they should be taken care of, but we'll see. Hopefully I don't have to lawyer up or anything. I guess we'll see. we'll see on that one. Let's see. Oh, how'd that skip again? It skipped again. All right. CJH says, exactly. Good news, bad news is if you can walk or not again, but good news is you are alive. Yeah, absolutely. And that was kind of the thing too. Like when I was laying there, I was like, damn, man. Like I just got, I knew I just took a blow to the back. I'm like, I hope don't end up fucking paralyzed or something. You know, like not like that's the worst thing in the world. I mean, it could be worse. I could be fucking dead. But yeah, definitely thankful to be walking. Definitely thankful to be walking. Mads Mama Bear, thank you so much for being here. Johnny says, got ejected from the back of a 1970s van onto PCH. Broke my neck and got a big scar on my head. Damn, man. That sucks. Broke your neck. I couldn't imagine that. Like, my neck is sore as shit, but I like, when I heard fractured, like, my fractured lumbar spine, I'm like, fuck, my back, I'm broke back mountain. But, yeah, like, that sucks, man. Neck, back, like, really, like, I would say some of the worst injuries you could probably get are head, neck, and back injuries, basically. Yeah. Yeah, got to stay optimistic. Absolutely. And that's why I posted on my Twitter, in case you guys didn't see it. A few years ago when all this happened, like, it sucked. Like, I went through 10 days of absolute hell. It was the worst. Like, just having to deal with just different shit, you know, like not being able to do anything, having to rely on my wife for this and that, and you know, my kids, and just not being all mobile and everything. And I mean, when you're used to doing everything yourself, it does kind of suck being there. Kind of a, I don't know, for me it puts me in kind of a bad mental state because I'm like, man, I want to do this stuff myself. But absolutely staying optimistic is going to be it's, I guess you could say it's like my greatest trait because in case you guys didn't see all the posts and everything, like, man, I'm lighthearted about this shit, man. Like I said, I'm alive. I'm walking. I'm gonna be fine, except for my pocketbook. Well, like I said, even my pocketbook should be fine. But yeah, like I said, very fortunate. Definitely very fortunate. BigStevieW says Trinity all high. No, I'm not. I'm not actually. I'm not high. Like they gave me some drugs earlier, but they weren't the ones that they didn't make me all loopy or anything. Didn't make me all loopy. Let's see. Proxy, thank you so much for being here. Says hope you'll be back and all good soon, man. Yeah, I will be, man. We'll get there. B Grissom, thank you so much for being here. Jedi just says possibly. Yeah, no, I'm not. Like last night when they gave me the good shit, like I probably would have been there. I'm like, hee. But like, I don't like taking pain meds. I don't like the way they make me feel. I don't like any of that stuff. So, like I said, I pretty much refused pain meds all up until it was time to go to sleep last night. Yeah, excruciating. Yeah, it was. I feel you won the lottery, insured, and she stayed. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's the automobile. That's the automobile. That's the collision lottery right there. Like they're insured and they didn't drive off. Oh damn! Don't make me laugh so hard. Oh man! And last night I was in the hospital and they brought me some juice and I could barely set up. And I went and took a sip of it and it kind of went down the wrong tube and I had to cough. And believe me when I say it's fucking excruciating to cough right now. It's excruciating to cough right now. Let's see. Where we at here? Jedi Jen says, yeah, better wait for paramedics to check you out. Yeah, and like I said, at first I was thinking like my wife just needs to come pick me up. She can take me to the hospital, but I don't think I'd have been able to get into her car and shit. I don't think I would have been able to do that. Yeah, definitely glad it wasn't a hit and run. Especially out here in this valley where I live at, dude. Where I live at, like people are fucking notorious for that. Landon, thank you so much for being here. Stabilize, that's the best thing to do. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I got this back brace thing that makes me look like Stephen Hawking. Getting up and down and all that stuff is kind of hard, but I think the biggest challenge is going to be taking a shower. I smell like a shipment of onions right now, but I don't feel like taking a shower because you guys can see some of that road rash on my arms and shit. Like that shit right there. It's on my ass, both cheeks, and it's on my legs too. Landon says, wow, it's just like last year. Trinity didn't stream until Wednesday of last year. Yeah, MRI sucks. Yeah. Thankful for the open MRI. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? Because like they did one at first. It was like the little donut. They did a little donut one at first, and then they put me in the big old freaking tube, and that was when it got hot. Yeah. Bruises. Yeah. MRI equals claustrophobic nightmare. Had one for my neck, and I felt like I was gonna die laying there. Yeah, and see, I'm not claustrophobic. I was all good there. For me, it was just like it was hot. It was hot. Why you're already home? Probably because they're packed. I'm guessing that's why it was. They're packed, and they're probably just like, we need to get this guy the fuck out of here. He's not severe or anything. I'm guessing that's what it was. Just guessing. They only keep you for observation for 48 hours. Yeah, I wouldn't even say I was there for 48 hours. I was there for, because I probably got there about 7 o'clock yesterday morning. And yeah, it's like 24, it's like 30 hours. Brokeback Mountain. What does that mean? You turned gay in there? Oh man. Better off at home is cheaper. Yeah. Better food and all that stuff. I had to have my wife take me food and everything. I couldn't eat that shit they had there. Brokeback Mountain because he was riding up a mountain when he broke his back. I wasn't really riding up a mountain. It was on a flat, but that's funny. Oh man. Jedi Jen, thank you. Yes. Definitely glad to be alive. Definitely glad to be alive. Again, Felicity, thank you for the super chat. Proxy says Brokeback Mountain is a movie about two gay. Yeah, I know. I know, dude. But my back is broke, and I'm all Brokeback Mountain. It's supposed to be a silly, funny reference. God. Star Wars MCU OG, thank you so much for being here. Again, Romeo, thank you for the super chat. Star Wars MCU OG says, damn, just tuning in to find this out. Glad you're home. Prayers and best wishes for to you and your family. Thank you. I appreciate that, Star Wars MCU OG. I appreciate that. Thank the make you're all right. I broke a lot of bones. Had 7 freaking surgeries. Health is way more important than a lot of people say or think. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I kind of think. Like, if I didn't work out so much, if I didn't ride so much, what kind of condition would I be in right now? You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's sell those pills. You know what? Like, I've got a friend. The last time that they give me some of that, I sold them. I sold them to him. I sold them. He wanted them. Dude, you California-based pain meds are legal. Yeah. Get a good lawyer. Don't sign anything from their insurance agency. All right. Yeah. I will remember that. Regardless, glad you're okay. Keep us updated. Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna have some fun with this. Your beta is why you'll need them. Right? You're not wrong. Bed rest sucks. Yes, absolutely. Air Spider 23, thank you so much for being here. Thankful you can walk if you need to. Yes. Definitely glad. Oh, okay, it's Jacob. All right. You know, it's funny because I thought it was just another one of the viewers that changed his screen now. I thought you were Romeo. All right, it's Jacob. Well, thank you so much, Jacob. Greatly appreciate that. Nikki in the building. Says, I still hate you, but I love you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Nikki. Yeah, don't ever change. Never change. Yeah. Nikki's the GOAT. Yeah. Ryan H., how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Prox says, I can be nice sometimes, Nikki. Yeah, I don't like narcotic pain meds. Hate that feeling. Yeah, me too. It's the worst. MK, thank you so much for being here. Says, heard from the nerd stream. Glad you were doing okay under the circumstances. Thank you. I appreciate that. RC Scott in the building says, he lives. Yes. Double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon. Oh, man. Don't make me laugh. Why you make me laugh? Any hot nurse stories? No. Unfortunately not, you know. I was going to ask him, be like, hey, can you make sure my junk still works? Okay, there's Romeo. Yeah. Hello, nurse. Here we are. How far behind is he? I don't know. Like, what time is it? I don't know what time it is to know how far behind I am. I was flapping my gums for a while. Yeah. You know what time it is. I mean, them releasing you is a good sign. What trouble could you get yourself into, right? Right. Stories by Iris, thank you so much for being here. I got is it really rear-ended? I was out riding my bike and a car hit me from behind. Yeah, flew up on their hood and everything. There's the whole shebang, man. Reefer Man Reviews, thank you so much for being here, my man. Says, love when they say to hit pavement, they don't literally mean it. Yeah, right. Oh man, rip a bong Trinity. It's legal by you. Definitely helps with the pain. Yeah, it actually does. But if it makes me cough, there's no way I can cough right now, because that shit's gonna hurt. I guess I got my back brace on. It's gonna keep anything from expanding too much. Nah, I'm not gonna risk it for now. I'm not gonna risk it for now. Off to work. All right, man. Have a good one, Reefer. Glad you're healing up. Says Comic Boom. Thank you so much for being here. Justin Simone says, Trinity, I thought you were kidnapped by Marvel Shields. Nope. Josh didn't come kidnap me. Oh, man. Well, yeah, laughing sucks when you're injured. Yeah, it does. Trinity got sniped by Feige. He knew I was gonna leak them secrets. Yeah. Mike Porter, my man. How long will I be laid up? They haven't really said anything for sure yet, because I've still got to go see the neurosurgeon. I know he said he was going to inject something into my spine that is going to make kind of help the bones in there solidify, kind of hold them together, almost like a glue kind of. You suing? Well, I'm hoping I don't have to. Hoping I don't have to. Aggressively relaxing says, that hit was a warning. Now say Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme. He's not. He's not the Sorcerer Supreme, you son of a. He's not. You know, I thought it was really funny too. Because I was watching Doctor Strange the other day, and it was great. It was like, I was like, man, I should have watched this sooner, because it's been a while since I watched it. I was like, Wong gives me the perfect defense to that, because what happens right after the Ancient One dies, Wong specifically says, we got to protect the sanctums because the Earth no longer has a Sorcerer Supreme. Or maybe he said this realm no longer has a Sorcerer Supreme. And I was like, oh, Wong, are you trying to tell me that just because the Ancient One died, that they don't just pass the mantle on to somebody else? Who would have thought? Right? It's like I said before, like, you can compare it to, like, if you've ever taken a martial arts class. Like, say you're a brown belt. Your fucking master dies, your sensei dies, so, like, you're the master now? That's not how it works. He's not the Sorcerer Supreme. Oh, man. If this was Logan's run, we'd all be dead. Hashtag old. Yeah. It's Tony Stark coming after you for calling him a sham. He is a sham. There is something wrong here. Oh, Yinja Jim, thank you so much for being here. Says, damn, glad you're okay. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Greatly so. Believe me, that was the one thing I was thinking about when I was laid there too. I'm like, oh man, I know my wife's gonna be stressed and shit. Like, I'm not gonna be able. I'm self-employed. I'm not making any money. Like, I don't have sick leave or any of that shit. So yeah. They're going to turn him into the Hulk. Who? Oh no, what are we talking about? Mike Porter says, get better. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, Mike. Says, get better, stay home, you freak of nature. No more public appearances. I'll do my best. Irish says, glad you're okay and still seem to have your sense of humor intact. Here's to hoping for a speedy recovery. Well, thank you so much for that, Irish. I do greatly appreciate it. And yeah, like I said, I mean, a few years ago when I crashed and, you know, went through, not this, I guess, but went through all that. Yeah, I didn't have my YouTube channel or anything. It was like soon after that, though. It was like later that year I started it. But yeah, I was on my Facebook doing lives and shit. Like, you see me sitting there eating all my, like, all my edibles. I'm sitting there all, like, eating my gummies and shit, all, like, getting all high on the gummies. Because during, like, especially that, I wasn't, again, pain meds. I didn't take them. So I was just taking, like, the little gummies, you know, gummies and shit like that, smoking weed and stuff like that to help out. But yeah, and for me, the one thing I know is I got to remain lighthearted about it all. Because like I was saying earlier, I mean, even about the hospital thing, like, and that's the thing is, like, maybe you guys don't know that about me, but I'm very resilient when it comes to that kind of shit. Very much got that good outlook. uh, positive outlook. And yes, I'm one of those people that know what positive means. Um, when it comes to stuff, I know that I'm not going to get better by being negative about it. Be better, like even like when the lady hit me and she was sitting there talking, like on the side of the road. I was so pissed. I'm like, oh, I'm sitting there like, you fucking bitch. What the fuck, you fucking? But she was sitting there talking, and I was just kind of wisecracking. I was like, oh, it was a perfect hit, lady, right in the middle of the hood. And she's like, I wasn't trying to hit you. I was being a smartass, but I wasn't like, I didn't be a jerk. Like, seriously, I really wanted to just like get up and be like, what the fuck is your fucking problem, lady? What the fuck? But I didn't, because I'm like, look, man, like, yeah, oh, never mind. It's her fucking fault. It's her fault. Never mind. Never mind. It was all her fault. But I know that sitting there yelling and chastising her isn't gonna do me any good while I'm laying on the ground all Brokeback Mountain and shit. Matt says I don't think they could take his sense of humor. No, they definitely couldn't. I'm definitely one of those people, man. Like I don't really give a shit. Like I see that shit on like you see it all over like Twitter and even here on YouTube, just content creators. People say something about somebody and all that stuff. They're all triggered. Like I really don't give a shit about that, man. I've talked about that before. Like what somebody else thinks of me, that's their own business, man. I can't change or I can affect that, but I can't change that. I can, but that's ultimately up to them. It's up to them to change that. Maybe for them to get to know who I am and everything. But yeah, I don't know, like because I used to manage people also, and not only manage, but I was like an actual leader in most of the cases when I was there, when I was being a manager, and I know what it's like to have those tough days ahead of you, to have to make the tough decisions, to do all these hard things, and know that we might not fail, but god damn it, we're gonna push our hardest, and we're gonna get there, and through the power of my not even positive thinking, because my mindset's positive, but through the power of what I know I can do with other people, we made that shit happen. I think we always made that shit happen. I can't say that we ever really had any failures back when I was running shit like that. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Jedi Jen says, gotta go pretend to go do some work. So happy you are in good spirits. Keep us up to date on what the doctors say. I will. Thank you so much, Jedi Jen. Good luck with the work part. I wish I could work. Stories about Irish says, and then you show the road rash on your arm and make me cringe and sip at the pain. Oh, you think that's bad? You should see my ass. My ass got it too. Yeah. It's very uncomfortable sleeping. Yeah. Yeah. Have a good one, Jen. Thank you so much for being here. No one can take my sense of humor. Yeah. They'd have to try like hell. Okay, this Doctor Strange stuff. Who cares who's right? Doctor Strange is a sorcerer, yes. Supreme or not. He's in the MCU, but he's not the Sorcerer Supreme, Mike. That's the argument. He does his stuff. Who the blank cares who's right? I care, Mike. I care. Because that's kind of like my own self-validation. I validate myself by being right. And I have to be right. And when I'm wrong, never admit it. Never. But okay. MCU is 100 for 10, right, Mike? Right. Something's to work. Can I call out? I'm literally parked at the back door by my job. Do it. Hey, man, I've known people that have done that. I'm absolutely okay with not seeing your nether regions. Yeah, I don't want to show them anyway. My wife would probably yell at me if I did that. She'd probably yell at me. And she'd probably roll her eyes and say, yeah, that figures. But anyway, guys, you'd be right. I'll be left. If it makes you feel any better, I was stung by a lot of hornets recently. I couldn't get in my front door because I waited on the smart lock. Smart lock that videotaped me being stung more. Oh, watch out, Thomas J. Look out, Thomas J. Thomas J. You didn't think I got that My Girl reference? Updated My Girl reference? I did. Uh, I will call out, then walk in. Yeah, do it. Um, that's like people argue if Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It's an action movie with Christmas decorations. You know what? Christmas music and at Christmas time. Who the blatant cares what? You know what, Mike? I'm. Are we gonna have to ban? Look, Mike. Like this instigator just don't quit, does he? He just don't quit. This guy is Mike. You're instigating me right now. My back hurts. All right, man. Take it easy, Reefer. Take it easy. Yeah, Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Like I said, like that's what I said. Like, if you want to consider Home Alone a Christmas movie, we got to consider Die Hard a Christmas movie. I had this argument with Adam over at Fanjecture because he was like, oh, well, like you could take the Christmas out of Die Hard and it's still the same movie. And I'm like, well, you could take the Christmas out of Home Alone and it's still the same movie. Summer vacation, spring break, it don't matter. Maybe just a vacation. Still the same thing. So it matters, Mike. It matters. Oh, man. Oh, you're acting a bit grumpy, Mike. I know. You know what? He's mad. He's mad at me for getting all jacked up. That's what it is. I'm going to see a reworking of Die Hard where John McClane gets Hans Gruber to cut it out by explaining the miracle of the virgin birth. That's going to have to be your reimagined woke version. Woke version. Oh, man, that's funny. Oh, man. You're 100% right on Die Hard. Wow, y'all are just trying to trigger me now. Y'all just trying to trigger me. I consider the movies. I consider Doctor Strange. Ooh, you son of a. But anyway, guys, I should probably let you all go now. Thank you all again so much for the very generous super chats from Jacob, Felicity. Who else? Did Mike Porter send one? Who else sent one? Yeah, Mike Porter. Thank you all so much for your very generous donations, super chats. Probably gonna have to put that towards. Anyway, you all have a very good day, and we'll see you in the next video or live stream. Later. Come on, man.